Hey guys, it's me. I'm here again, and this is the second video that I'm doing tonight, and I may or may not have uploaded them at the same time, but either way, if you haven't seen the last video, you can kind of click somewhere at the top and it'll bring you to the last video, which will be quick anyway. So this video is pretty much going to tackle my top 10 tips for resale, thrift, or consignment store shopping, okay? Because a lot of people ask me or comment on the type of items that I get when I go shopping at these stores, and a lot of it is just things that I've learned over time. And you know, I've watched a lot of other people's videos, and a lot of the things that they say are common sense, and maybe the things that I'm going to tell you are common sense. It's just some of them are common sense and some of them are not. I figured I'd just come to share what I've learned over the last however long. And you can comment below and let me know if they were helpful or not. Or if you have any other tips, then please comment below and then I can add them to my mental list, okay? Oh, I wrote them on my phone. I typed them in my phone. Let me find them again. The first tip that I'm going to tell you is that you need to, and this again may be common sense, but a lot of people don't do it. Obviously, like everyone else says in all their other videos, is that you need to give yourself time when you go into a store, because you need time to just go through things, whether it's a resale store or consignment shop. If you come in there and you're just rushed and hurried, then you're not going to find anything. You're going to be all disappointed and blah blah blah. So give yourself time. That's not the tip. What I'm saying here is that you need to go through each item, if at all, if possible, because sometimes, like let's say you get to a section of skirts and you want to find a skirt, you may have to go through each skirt that's there, either to find, even just get a glimpse of the things that are there, you know, to get a glimpse of the pattern, to get a glimpse of the cut, you know, and then if you have something in mind, maybe you want a pencil skirt, so you just make sure you go through each item so that you know that you've covered all the skirts, and so that you can see, oh, here's this pencil skirt, and then pick that up, hold it, and then you go and you see, and maybe you'll find another pencil skirt that you may or may not like. But then you have the two and you can compare them. But if you just go and glimpse over it and not really look, you're kind of passing things by, potentially. Okay, so that's number one. Make sure you go through each item in a particular section, or wherever, you know, if you have the time, go through each item in the store, but that'll take a long time. But that's up to you. So number two, I think it's important, what I'm going to say is important, because a lot of people in their videos say that they really only go to the stores on the sale days. You know, let's say if you're going to, you know, whatever store it is, because there's a plethora of stores where you can get, you know, they're giving 25% off on this day or that day. My advice is, yes, go on those days, but also go on the other days too, because a lot of the places get in merchandise all the time. And if you're gonna wait only until the sale day, it may not be there. So I'm just saying, if you have the time to go by and just give a glance, then do so, you know, because maybe the item will be on sale then, and then you'll get it, or maybe not, but still you're still potentially passing by a very good item. This time I'm going to try to get things for half of the price of what it is, but if I really love the item, I might not wait until it's half off, because it's not going to be there. So my advice is do not only go on sale days, okay? That's my second tip. Number three, okay, this is my own personal thing. I don't buy fitness clothes from the resale stores or thrift stores or anything. I don't, not for myself. Because I know that a lot of women, I can only just say women, a lot of women do not wear underwear when they wear their fitness clothes. And so, I mean, a lot of women don't wear underwear anyway. I'm just saying some of them do, some of them don't. But I know personally, I'm not saying me, but I know that a lot of women, because I've seen it, do not wear underwear in their fitness clothes. And so I do not buy fitness clothes from those stores, from the thrift store, from the resale store, from consignment store. I do not buy them from there. If anything, I may buy like a jacket or a hoodie kind of thing, but not pants, okay? Not pants, because I know that some women don't wear underwear. So if anything, you know, for pants or something, I'll just go to Target and get some pants, because, you know, just sometimes, some things you're just gonna have to suck it up and do, okay? Most of the times I look at the white items, you know, the white sections, whether it be white shirts, white pants, I look at them, but it's kind of difficult with the white, so I really stay away from the white items sometimes. That said, I'm not saying don't look there, but I'm just saying a lot of times with white items you're dealing with possibly different stains that, you know, are just way more visible, you know, some yellowing or anything, different things that, so I just, most of the time I'll give a glance at the white items, but a lot of times it's just very rare that you'll find a great condition item in the white kind of section. And number 5, make sure that you check the inside of pants. Okay, why do I say that? So as a woman, again, this kind of goes back with the whole fitness pants kind of thing that I talked about, okay? And I'm not trying to get on all the women, whatever it is, but I've sometimes seen, you know, in some stores and some items where like the crotch area so is not the cleanest. So you want to check right there too, okay? Even in pants and jeans and slacks, make sure you check the inside of the pants too, okay? That's my little tip. Number 6, as you're going through the racks and everything, kind of give a look out, or keep a lookout rather, for items that have like dry clean tickets on them. So whether it be on like the button area or like the tag, the back tag, ones that have dry cleaning, like dry cleaning tags from the time when somebody went to go pick their stuff up. What does this mean? This means that the person that owned the item before loved the item enough or cared about the item enough to dry clean it. So, you know, it's more than likely that it's in pretty good condition. Maybe they got it back from the dry cleaners and they realized, hey, I don't like this anymore, and they just sent it to either be sold or to the Salvation Army. Number 7 is that when you're going into, I think that this is the wrong, I actually think that I'm numbered wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I have no 7. I realized that I have 9 things to say. Okay, so I'm wrong. This is the 9 tips. This is actually the 9 tips that I have, because I realized I have no 7 on this list. Oh well, so I'm gonna say number 7 now. When you're going shopping, know that this is not actually gonna be like when you're going to H&M or Forever 21 where everything is by season. You know, so when you go in there now, it's all summertime stuff. Don't, you know, make sure that you know or have in your mind that when you going into these resale and thrift stores, that you're not really buying for each, you know, you're not really buying for the season, okay? So you're gonna be buying pretty much just for your own wardrobe. So you may pick up items that are, you know, a wool skirt or a jacket or a wool dress, and it's the middle of summer. So what, okay? If you like the item, pick it up, because then, first of all, you don't wanna miss out on it. Second of all, let's say if winter time comes and you don't like it, you could either redonate it or sell it or whatever it is. But if it's a really nice item, pick it up, okay? Just go in there, because you're going in there to outfit your whole wardrobe. Is that the right way to say it? But you're going to make additions to your whole wardrobe, not just for that particular season. So just keep that in mind, because a lot of people, they go in there thinking, I'm just gonna buy summertime clothes, and then they get disappointed. Okay? You're buying just different things in general. So number 8, look for items that catch your eye by color. A lot of times when I think about it, now that I think about it in hindsight, it's always like the greens and the greens and the reds and the pinks, that section, when they section them, you know, when they organize it by section, that I really go to and I'm kind of attracted to. A lot of times in these vintage stores or anything, you may find some items that are really, really nice that you won't find in the stores. So, you know, you're gonna find a million black skirts, you know. In New York, there's a huge black section, okay? But then when you come to like all the colorful sections, the greens, the purples, the reds, the kind of like citrusy yellow, you know, those are the sections that I kind of get attracted to, because I just think that you find really good items there. Whether it be like nice silk shirts, like, you know, everybody kind of this last spring and everything was making those like really blousey kind of shirts, especially J. Crew. I bought one from J. Crew that was, you know, retailed for $98. I'm not saying I got it for $98, but it retailed for $98, and it was called that like Blythe shirt or something like that. But it was all the rage. But if you go into these stores, into thrift stores, resale shops, they have tons of silk shirts that are the same style, and they come in the greatest colors. Okay, of course they're gonna be a little blousy. They're not gonna be particularly the same size, because a 6 from a long time ago may be, you know, bigger or smaller now. So don't really get caught up on the size, the number. Okay, number 9. I just thought of a number 10, which I'm gonna say after this. So then I'd actually be 10 tip. Number 9 is, to me, and there may be a lot of controversy on this, because I see some videos where people are saying they don't just go for labels, or, you know, they're not there for at the thrift store or the resale store for the labels. I don't care what anybody says. In my opinion, you can't really go wrong with a label if you find one. Okay, I'm not saying to only look for them, because you will find some other good items. But you can't really go wrong with a label if you do find it, because a lot of times, depending on the label, it's you know, the quality is a little bit better. Particular labels, they kind of hold up longer. Okay, let's say, to me, if you find a nice J. Crew item, if you find a nice Banana Republic item, I'm not saying those are high-end labels, you know, but they're good quality labels that will hold up over time. I mean, I personally think that Target, like Merona and Massimo, and the different diffusion lines that they're doing with the collaborations of different designers, those are really good picks too. So don't get me wrong with that, because there's a lot of things that I find, you know, that I either find or that I buy from Target that hold up pretty well too. So in my opinion, if you do find 7 Jeans, Armani, you find Tracy Reese, you find Joe jeans, you find if you wear True Religion jeans, if the labels that cost a little bit more money, in my opinion, are gonna hold up a little bit better. Okay, and then also, more often than not, if a person that owned it before had that higher label, a lot of times they took a little bit more care of it, because it did cost a little bit more. But overall, you can't really go wrong with some labels. That's just my opinion. Okay, number 10. And actually, this is a really good tip that I kind of came across, that nobody told me, I just kind of observed. Okay, when you're going into the stores, go by the try-on area. Okay, so if they have a mirror where a lot of people are like either trying on or putting stuff up against themselves when they're, you know, when they're shopping, go to that area and look through the stuff that they may have left over there, because you'll find a lot of good stuff there too. That's what I do. I actually found a Chanel silk skirt that was hanging up by the mirror in the Salvation Army, I think. And it was on sale too. It was like one of those 50% off things, and it was $5. I ended up reselling it, but you find some good stuff by the actual, you know, the dressing areas. So that's actually 10 tips. Okay, I started off with 9, but now I have 10. So if you guys have any comments or questions or other tips, please leave them below. I would really appreciate it. Thanks again for watching, and stay tuned for other videos. So you guys have a good night. Bye.